and I live full-time in the van that I converted with my boyfriend Jake. Our van is a Vauxhall Movano medium wheelbase. We are from the UK and we currently are exploring Europe.
Here at VanClan, we have recently had the chance to try out Jackery's Explorer 1000 and Solar Saga panels. If you're not familiar with Jackery, they are a North American company creating green, off-grid, portable power solutions. As vanlifers ourselves, we put the Explorer 1000 to the test and have been using it on the road to power our lives, including the video you are watching right now. The Explorer 1000 rings in at 22 pounds and has a variety of charging ports. We keep it topped up with the briefcase-style Solar Saga 100-watt panels, which are super lightweight and easy to set up. It's easy to take this unit on any adventure. For a comprehensive review, tried and tested by us, check out the article on our blog, and click the link in the description to see the full range of Jackery products to fit your lifestyle.
We didn't really have a make or model of van in mind that we were looking for. We just knew we wanted a medium wheelbase, and we knew that it had to be tall enough for Jake to stand up in. He is 6'1", and we knew we wanted a slightly wider van than a Sprinter or Transit so that we could have the sideways bed to save a bit of space. This is our kitchen area slash workspace slash anything else we choose to do here because it's our largest worktop. And first I'll start with this overhead cabinet. So I'm most proud of this probably out of everything in the van because I hand drew this mandala. I used to draw them all the time and doodle them, so it was quite easy for me to just paint this mandala on there before we hung the doors. Inside we have most of our like rice and oats and dates, lentils and all the things like that. We didn't measure it, but the jars happen to fit perfectly in here. They're just old coffee jars that my uncle's given us. And yeah, just some more food storage in here, basically teas, vitamin tablets, some nuts and seeds and important things like that. We have our nice PVC splashboard and our little plant rack, which I upcycled out of one of my grandpa's old drawers, and we really like how it looks. Another really important feature in our van is the vent fan thing. It's a Fiamma 28 one. We have a video about exactly how we installed it with all of our tips if you're interested. But yeah, this basically just spins around and pops up. We've got the fly net on here at the moment, but you don't have to have it on. And it basically goes from blowing air inside the van and extracting air outside the van. So we use the extraction one when we're using the toilet and when we're cooking as well. Next is the under kitchen cabinet area. This is everything below the worktop. So I'll start here with our cupboard. We were going to have drawers here, but it was actually easier just to make this cupboard. We've got a cutlery one which is made from an old upcycled drawer which my dad shortened at the back and I painted. We were going to have it on runners, but we decided that just having it on this wood was a lot more simple and it works really well, so we're okay with that. Old tea towels and everything in this slide out drawer, and yeah, I've just stuffed some reusable bags for our shopping in the corner there, so that's a really simple area, nice and tidy. So next, this is our fridge. It's a DC50 12-volt compressor fridge. It was really important for us to have a good fridge with a decent amount of space because we are vegan, we eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and we love, well, Jake loves cooking, I don't like cooking, so we just need a lot of space to hold all the food. It's got a little freezer section at the top here, and then the rest is fridge space. We found this is definitely enough space for 2 people. And now for our main storage area. So we just kept it really simple with these 2 big doors. And to keep it even more simple, we just have 2 shelves through the middle, and on each shelf we have these slide out boxes, which is just so easy. It was really easy to make. And then on the bottom section we've got all of our heavy stuff like our cooker, kettle, our bin, and our cleaning stuff, gas canisters. So yeah, it's just a really simple setup. It works really well and we can keep it organised. We've got a little hanging door organiser as well, and yeah, really pleased. I chose this lifestyle when I was 18. That was when I got my first van. At the time, I was travelling around playing music at festivals, and the van really gave me the freedom to do that. When I sold my first van, I moved to New Zealand and lived in a tiny camper car. I stayed in New Zealand for 3 years, met Jake, and we've been travelling together ever since. I've been travelling full-time for almost 6 years, and I suppose it's all I know.
And over on this side we have the standalone unit, which houses our sink, and underneath just the things for the sink like the water containers. So basically we just made the countertop with a cutout so that we could remove it when we wanted to access the sink and put it in when we wanted more counter space. As Beth mentioned, I do really love my cooking, so I wanted as much counter space as possible. So much so that I also added this extended piece over here. And it's been lovely to bring the cooker over here for somewhere nice we can just cook looking over the view, and it's been wonderful to do. It's easy, just comes up and down on foldable brackets. And for our tap, we just went cheap and cheerful, nice and minimal, made it out of some copper pipes. It's only a single temperature, but that's alright for us. We don't need hot water. If we do need hot water, we can just boil it in the kettle and add it to the bowl or wherever we want to use it. But it was really fun to make, and we also kept it so that it was separated here so that we could still move it around. So, you know, get that all important counter space. And here is underneath our sink. We've kept it super simple, super minimal. So we've got two 20-litre canisters, jerry cans, which I use for our fresh water and our grey waste. And it all works by a foot pump. So we wanted to be really conscious of how much water we were using, because as you can tell, we can't hold that much. We don't have the underslung tank a lot of people have. I feel like if you're using an electric one, sometimes you can not realise how much water you're using. We can really control exactly how much water we use. It's really good actually. As soon as we stop pumping, it basically stops running. And we've got a video all about that, so check that out one after this if you want to see how the plumbing situation works. I go into a bit more detail about it. And that's it. It's very simple. We also have a little shelf here, which Beth also made out of another recycled drawer, and we've also got our fire extinguisher, and that's it. Underneath there, we don't want to put too much else in there because it's mainly dedicated to the sink. So let's move on.
Also in our van we have two seats, one here, one right here. This is my seat, hence the guitar and the blanket, my two most used items. And underneath my seat is the toilet. So we just have a clip here and two magnets. The door pulls off really easily. Our toilet is on a couple of spare pieces of vinyl flooring just so it doesn't scratch our floor. It pulls out like this, and we have toilet paper and the most eco-friendly toilet liquid we could find, which is highly concentrated, so we only need a small amount. It was really important for us to be fully self-contained, as some of the free campsites don't allow you to stay if you don't have your own toilet. So yeah, really important to have one, even if it's only just for emergencies.
And on this side we have my seat, which has the electric switch panel, and also because Beth drew the short straw and has the toilet underneath her seat, that means I get the seat without the view, but I always get to look at her, which is the nice view anyway. And basically I can just remove my pillows, put them on the bed, and I access my storage area, which is all mine. And oh, it's a big deal, it's all mine. It's all mine.
So in the middle section, we kind of made this up as we went along. We didn't really know how we wanted it, but we love how it's turned out. We've got this slide out table, so I'll show you. When Jake's sitting there and I'm sitting there, we can have our dinner here, we can play games, have a cup of tea, anything really. And the copper pipe here was a last minute decision, but it's really nice, I love it. Here we have our main drawer, and this is just the stuff I use every day, and a couple of books and things like that. And here, this is my main storage area. So everything I own fits in here and half of here. I'll show you. This pulls out, and when it's out, we put the back of this seat and the back of this seat on top. And if someone ever wants to join us on an adventure, this kind of turns into an extra single bed. I've been living this nomadic lifestyle technically since 2014, but with this particular van just since June 2020. We used the time we had during lockdown to build the van, and we were very lucky to have help from my family too while we were stuck at home. For work, both myself and my partner are currently online teachers, but we dream of a more creative career. We hope to make a living off photography one day, or potentially video making.
And here we have our bed, which is just shy of a double-sized mattress, and as you can see, it's very well laid out, but that's down to Beth. I didn't do much here. So what did you do?
So first of all, we got the mattress from IKEA. It's just a standard foam mattress. It's the 10cm thick one, and it's so comfy. We've slept really well in this. It was really easy to cut the mattress with just a pair of scissors. So when that was done, we just put the duvet and everything on it like usual. my mum made us this quilt, which is made from the same material as our cushion covers, so it all kind of matches, really nice. And this material and our cushion covers are actually made from a curtain, so it was a really cheap way to buy material. We've also got our standard nets. They're just like normal house nets, but they do double up well as a fly net when they're pulled across. We've got our little map fairy lights. That was just from a local artisan who makes things out of recycled materials. And our hanging here. So yeah, we've managed to make it look really pretty and really nice.
Living with a partner in the van is so nice, I wouldn't want it any other way. We're very used to living in small spaces together anyway, so that doesn't really bother us at all. We pretty much always have the same ideas of places we want to go, as we both love to be in the wilderness. And because it's such a small space, we naturally split up the jobs. So Jake empties the toilet every week and I wash up every day and do a few other cleaning jobs to keep it even.
And this is our garage area. So it was really basic and simple, didn't look very nice. So I decided to put a beach towel here that we had anyway. It just happened to be the perfect size, which is just luck. And then this here is just for hanging things on, whatever we need to hang. And it was the top of the curtain, the same curtain that we used for our cushion covers and our quilt as well. And this was my mum's idea. She's really good at reusing things. So underneath here we have some extra backpacks and stuff. We have my guitar case, our ladder, because we don't have a ladder on the outside of the van. That's just for cleaning the solar panels. We've got Jake's yoga mat and a couple of litter pickers as well, just to pick up all the rubbish from people who have just decided to leave it. So yeah, and then I'll leave it to Jake to talk about our electrics, because that is definitely not my area of expertise.
Now we're completely run by solar power, so on the roof we have 2 large solar panels and they feed through to our charge controller, which charges our batteries and charges our devices and runs all of our appliances. We try to keep as much of it as possible on 12 volt, but we do have an inverter. It's a 1000 watt inverter. That's for when we need to charge household things such as our laptops. Everything else runs through the 12 volt power. And that's it. We've kept it really simple, really basic. It's working for us. So far it's doing well. We might have to later on adapt and put more in, but so far it's provided more than enough power. I think that the electrics was the most confusing part of the build, but other than that, that's it.
Something people probably don't know about me is that I'm 26 now, and I've probably had about 26 jobs since I was 16. Travelling all over the world will do that to you, and being in a location for a few weeks at a time, you pick up random jobs here and there. So yeah, my CV is a bit of a mess, but it's quite funny. Thank you very much to VanClan for featuring our van on their channel. We are so grateful, and also thank you for watching this video.